All right, welcome everyone. Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Chihayafuru, Season 1, Episode 21. I want to be someone who doesn't run away.
Yes, Taichi.
My boy, my son.
My son.
My son.
Struggler, you carry forth.
While
do not let this perturb you.
While I do not envy your situation.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yes, well done.
And this crucible will continue to forge you into an absolutely wonderful person that at some point, I'm sure you'll meet someone who will love you very much. It just won't probably be in the context of this show.
It's really rough for our boy. We've seen him just be, well, who he was as a little kid, and now grow up to be someone who's like actually just really dutiful and really caring
good
for
dude
with everything that he can.
And
but the show just doesn't seem to let him catch a break.
Right, it really doesn't. And no, you don't have to give her Arata's number for him. No, he can do that if he's going to do it at all.
That's true. Know your boundaries, King.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, maybe her luck will take a turn for the better in an area, pretty soon.
Yeah. I really liked just that conversation he had with the coach. But now, we transition into everybody kind of taking responsibility, taking ownership, having
And
that moment
studying.
of self-reflecting and studying. Yeah.
Because you can't just skip out on that, Chihaya.
No.
Nope. That doesn't work well.
Every
your
good
knowledge stat is not high
fan
enough.
in the anime knows that you gotta have at least like a basic passing grade. Otherwise,
right? Yes. Yes.
Otherwise, you ain't doing any kind of clubs.
Yeah, they don't like that when those grades take that nosedive. But I guess you've been in it. Like, there's no nosedive to do from where Chihaya is at. So
So now rise. Rise. Yeah. So y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, get those bangs up.
Yep.
Locked in. 3 days.
Not even worried about her grades at all. She's just like, the exam is done. I can get back to Karuta.
Yep. I think as a kid, test taking was not as stressful for me. I had the ability to compartmentalize the questions and stuff, but I would typically skip over hard problems.
Oh, and then cycle back to them.
And then I would go through the whole thing again, and that made me breathe just so much more.
Especially if the questions are all weighted the same. Like, absolutely. Where I started stressing over tests, though, was in college. Because then it's like, you have 4 tests. 3 of them, your 3 best ones will make your grade.
Yeah.
And it's like,
oh.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, that's cool, though, because then you have a little bit of agency of, like, how you do your homework, attendance, and all that stuff.
Yes, that is very helpful. And let's be real, when the exams are that much of your grade, you are doing all the homework.
Yes, you are studying your ass off, yeah.
Wait, what?
What? Where? Which one? They're already at it, yep. It's admirable. She's slowed down.
She's learning!
I must allow the fear to pass through me. Fear is the mind killer.
Exactly. Flow like water.
Yep.
Yes. Grace.
Yes!
Me when someone says they want to play a pen and paper RPG.
I love that for you. Not actually, this time. And his little... Oh.
Yeah. Also, I love Taichi being the one oftentimes to read off the cards, showing himself like being in a supportive position.
Also must be a fun, like, just... He's taking this time to practice just pure memorization of the actual poems. Oh my god. What a legend.
That's badass.
Yeah, it's nightmarish. She didn't even notice, yeah.
Chihaya not noticing Taichi.
Yeah.
Stop the presses. Yeah.
She's like, I'm feeling an attraction for Taichi. Why?
Yes, distance, time, and proportion.
Oh. They both... it's so fun the way that this show has them all want the thing that someone else in the group is really good at. It's naturally bringing them together.
Yep.
Oh, she's so proud. The Queen qualifier. That's not even what it's called, but she knows why she's doing it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep, you did this. Yes, everyone, head pats.
Just pressurized anime tears.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh no.
That's abuse.
Why would you ever...
Oh. Whoa.
Okay.
Well, why don't you just have silent air conditioning?
Yeah.
Why don't you just have good buildings that have proper airflow, you know?
We can't do that.
You air condition the other rooms and flow it in there.
Right.
Oh, right. There's no money for this sport.
Yeah.
Yes. Rival gangs. Oh. Damn. Damn. Yeah. What are those?
Yeah.
高校選手権で優勝か準優勝なら推薦で有名大学に行けんだぜ。クイーンになっても推薦でいい大学に行ける。
Ah, now she cares.
Wow.
That's amazing. Ah!
他の名人より強いかもって言われてる。勝つ想像できねえだろ。
でも私須藤さんには勝ったもん。
早く敗退した方が坊主な。
What? Oh my god.
Also, it's a lot easier for him to grow it back than it is
Right.
for you. Then,
Yeah, that is...
all right, now you just better not lose.
近江神宮でも西日本予選が行われております。
日本で一番になったら世界で一番ってことやろ。
Yes. Keep that vision cast.
このカルタ会館で東西の大統領が決
All right.
相手は
Ah,
焼き。
I'll defend your hair.
Oh no. Oh
A
no.
child prodigy.
Well,
That's that moment when you go up to a 9-year-old playing chess in your bracket. Oh gosh.
Well, I would say at least she has those little arms, but she's also light, so she could dive for cards.
Oh, she's so cute.
Oh,
I
I'm
studied
going
you.
to break you.
Yeah, yeah.
試合数が多いので外で観戦してください。
Yeah, you can't. You
And you
cannot.
can't- and
sit
you can't be
next-
right next to the people playing.
無名のお前とは期待のされ方が違う。期待しております。
Steam.
田先生、試合は？1回戦不戦勝。
Okay.
Okay.
立川リリカとか。
小学生には負けませんよね
She'll lose by 3 cards, you know?
取るのをやめろって千早ちゃんに言ったじゃないですか。まだ早かったんじゃないですかね。
No.
That's right, because she's also learning how to play
どうやったって
a way that'll be better in the long run.
伸びているところだったの
But
に、せっかくの長所を立川リリカが相手だと。
The meta shifted just for this player, basically.
Right.
For, you know, not the meta of the game as a whole, but... Yeah, that was on the... you know.
軽い
I love the timing. You can tell which, like, syllable...
お手つきを怖がってない耳もいい
She's just having fun.
Yeah.
私に似て耳がちょっと大きくてよくいじめられてたのに
Oh!
リリカは耳がいいって
Oh.
Oh! My heart!
だってなんだってリリカ
Also, her ears aren't that big.
Probably for her size, though. Again, we're talking, like, kids noticing, like, a 10% discrepancy, probably.
Right.
千早、競技戦から下がってる。
Ooh, good
She's
job.
doing her distance thing
Yeah, yeah.
to adjust for her speed. Oh my god. That was
And she didn't
clean.
go fast. Good job.
She started moving before the syllable was done, and then basically
早くじゃなくて
was
ちょうどよく
initiating for the timing. Yeah,
できる人には簡単なことかもしれないけど私には
she's volleyballing it. She's got her minus tempo, you know?
取ってるけど遅いじゃん取ってるけど遅いじゃん
The replay.
No, that's good. You're doing it slowly.
私と似てるからリリカちゃんの気持ちがよく
Oh,
わかる
right.
大人の中で勝負できるのが嬉しくて
Mm-hmm.
早いって言われる
She's
の
got
が
her
楽
little
しくて
lucky 4-leaf clover.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
リリカちゃんが押して見えてるのに枚数差はついていない。
Yeah.
拾ってるな。
リリカちゃんが狙ってた札明らかにこれだ食って攻めようリリカちゃんが狙ってない札は取りこぼさない早いだけの子に当たれて
千早ちゃん、もうやめなさい。
She's been listening well.
So when you go fast, you make mistakes. You're tense. You're not
Enter
really
the flow
listening.
state.
じっくりやれば相手がミスる。
He already got eliminated.
Yeah, yeah, he's already done, yeah. Fight-o!
All right. She's about to bully this little girl with her reach.
Yeah. What is this
Chotomate.
aura?
Yeah, yeah.
She guessed on a 50-50. Yeah, get a nice early lead. And it's a bit of a...
Right, because now that she's gotten ahead, she can basically play the numbers game with the
Yeah.
speed.
End the match fast, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Because, I mean, the other problem is
head.
that she's physically just got every advantage against a smaller child.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Her arms are longer. She's
Yeah,
stronger.
the kid has to dive for cards that are far away.
And
Whereas-
also, the mental game is probably not as good for a, you know, 6th grader. Which is...
Keep your mental strong. Practice with League.
Oh.
Okay?
See, you can still take cards. You're doing
Yeah.
great. But... Oh.
You know when you get that card when you haven't... Yeah, when you've been getting stomped.
Yeah.
何かを大好きになってほしい自分を大好きになってほしい
Yeah.
Well, it's so important to have an activity.
ありがとうございました
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Chihaya destroyed her.
It was not that.
It's like 8 or 9
not
cards.
that. It's like about 10, yeah.
Yeah.
1回戦突破か。よかった。
Hey.
千早ちゃんにたくさんの武器をあげたいんだ。漢字の良さだけじゃなくて、
Right.
流れの読みも呼吸も。
Suda's already fuming. Like, he left the frame, yeah.
でもそれにもレベルの差がある。一つだけじゃダメなんだ。武器がいる。クイーンや今の名人のような。
By just being like, oh god, they're faster than me, you know?
Right.
She drew a 4-leaf clover. She drew
Oh,
the 4-leaf
yeah.
clover. Oh. Yeah, you better win the whole thing if you're gonna kick my ass like that.
とか言われてたけど、あれほどの才能じゃないね。
Screw those adults.
それ
Hey! Yeah!
Yeah,
Yeah!
that's right.
母ちゃんだってきっと最初は誰かに言ってもらったんだ、カルタの才能あると思うわ。宝物にしてきたんだ。
Yeah.
せっかく A 級で出場権があるんだから名人目指してるよ。
Wow.
バレちゃねえよ。
Sugar.
村尾さんが負けた。
ほうなんやって。
負けるはずのない相手なんやけどの。2年前は名人に挑戦までしたのにな。
Oh, wow.
最近練習してないですもん。
一回戦勝ったがおめでとう。南雲会が人数は多いけど名人に行って期待できるやつはそんなに荒れても挑戦者までや。名人には周防久しには勝てんよ。
So, okay.
Okay.
村尾さん僕とも試合しよっさ。
強くなった。
I love the accents, you know.
Yeah.
Someone that inspired you too.
And now they're effectively like, not quitting, but just accepting that they're not going to make what they originally wanted to make. Yeah.
Made it through the first
Goals
round.
become-
My goal is to become the Eastern qualifier finalist. We'll read the third
Okay,
line.
okay. I think that was an official declaration of rivalry.
Yeah. Good job, Taichi.
All right. That episode blew by. I like that the doctor was like, okay, you're learning? Good. Okay,
Ah, fun.
Chihaya won't have to shave bald
Yes.
yet.
Yes.
Necessarily.
In the first round.
Right.
Now, she still made that bet, so good luck.
So
hopefully you face each other, so
Then
you
it
know,
can be
you know,
resolved. in a-
resolved
you know,
quickly.
yeah.
Yeah, because the
Because
stress might be the end of you, and you might eat
Exactly.
You might eat like 5 times more chocolate than you usually do.
right, and then because you don't want to have a sugar crash in the middle of a match, right?
No.
You want
There's
that
only
between
so
matches.
much that sugar and caffeine and cocoa powder and all that can
Yeah.
do for you. Now, here's the thing. We did good
Yeah.
because as far as Chihaya's strategy that she'd been employing up until now, it was basically to kind of adjust the timing of things while literally like removing her speed.
Right.
And so, in a lot of ways, the match was still the other girls to lose. Like, it was not Chihaya's to win. So, those faults that she made actually were kind of what
That
made
was
this.
decisive, and then that
very
basically
decisive.
gave Chihaya the opportunity, because then she was ahead, for the doctor to be like, okay,
Well, the other girl was actually ahead by a small amount during that
Okay.
point. But what happened is the doctor realized, oh, shoot, you're right. If we go at this pace, it will be too close of a match. Given that the other girl's making faults and mistakes and stuff,
Right.
Go, use
yeah,
your
exactly.
speed. Like
they aren't. If your opponent was playing super clean,
Right.
then that'd be a bad idea, right?
maybe it would be a bad idea.
You know,
yeah.
but it's the okay. Yeah, she started making some faults. All right, just do your thing, right?
Just go now.
Now just slug it out, right?
Right.
Which I like because yeah, she made a wager of shaving her head bald.
Yeah, this match might have been a coin toss if it played out like the longer version where you play, you know, all 50 cards basically.
Sure.
So I like that the other student kind of noticed what was going on. He was like, hey, remember she got to Class A with her speed, basically. Like, she made it to this point with, while it being not a gimmick and not like her only thing that she has, like she has good hearing and good general abilities, like not as good memorization, but just the, don't remove her greatest strength here. And he's like,
Especially
no, I'm trying to
because-
give her, you know, multiple muscles to pull on.
Right, because this is a very important tournament for her, right? And so it makes sense that it's the, okay, yeah, you still should be practicing more on going slowly, right? Because you don't want to be relying on that, and it'll take a while to fully conquer that tendency.
Right.
But
Yeah. You
Yeah.
built a pattern up until now.
yeah, for something like this, like it kind of feels similar to him telling Taichi, yeah, you like you can make Class A. You've played well enough, right? Where it's the, okay, here, I know what this will mean for you if you're able to play well in this tournament, right? Because I know what your goal is, becoming queen and all that stuff. So yeah, go for it. Cut loose. And I couldn't help but laugh as we were like starting the discussion, because then I'm just thinking that it's like, yes, become full Kayaba and be like, yes, I will beat you at this children's card game. You're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck,
A fourth-rate strike, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love the decision that she's now like done enough with this, and it's important that she uses her speed here because yes, she still wants to win this tournament. It's important to her.
Yep.
But yeah, this tournament is not just important to Chihaya. It's important to a lot of people because Taichi's wanting to meet Arata at a future tournament because they're from completely different regions and stuff. And
that's not going to happen easily.
Arata's not going to go to a lot of these tournaments.
Nope.
It's either a lot of money or it's just not feasible for where he is at distance-wise. Yeah, so the ones that you actually will need to meet at are the ones that are extremely important and worth traveling for.
Yep.
So therefore, Taichi's going to need to perform pretty well. And then having an Arata that's half-assing this,
that's not going to cut it.
Well, it's not going to cut it. Arata's talented, but again, talent isn't the only thing that's going to take you into this, series of things. It's the how well are you practicing? How well are you taking the time? Like, Nishida, I almost called him Porky, but Nishida was saying earlier that you need to actually be going through the muscle memory side of this as well, especially if you want to get faster, Taichi.
Yeah, the memorizing the cards to the point where you can just have them all in your head and just
read them off randomly.
That's damn impressive.
Yes, that is your clear talent.
Right. Chihaya has her speed right now, and you have that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Incredible.
But, also practice like the motion of taking the cards because that's really important.
Because you can always fine-tune your motor control. There's something about when you practice at something that you think, oh, now I'm not really getting better when I practice. I'm more just making sure that I'll make mistakes less.
Sure.
But that is the definition of improving. Like, that is literally the definition of improving in that regard.
Especially
but when there's a physical element, like a lot of people will think, oh, what's my strength? What's my speed? They won't think about it from then the mental. They'll separate the mental side of things. Like a great example of this, in Ultimate Frisbee, is basically that you can look at your receptions and your throws and see that you don't make mistakes with regards to catching and throwing. Yeah. Like your targets you have 100% completion rate, basically. But your decision making as to when you throw, how you throw, you might not see those in the stats, basically.
That's interesting.
But they are actually a physical component in addition to being a mental component.
I was actually just going to ask you about this with regards to Frisbee, because comparing Frisbee to fencing, there aren't as many times where you're acting opposite a specific person. Because if you're going, like, you might be competing with someone for the disc, right? But like a lot of the time, it's you running and seeing how well you can jump, throw your individual capabilities, right?
At the high level, or not even at where the high level, I'm mid high level. There's extreme amounts of countering another person, but a lot of it is with regards to timing, in the same way that Chihaya is setting up like certain tempos there. You need to be positioning your body in a certain way to set up your teammates for the tempo of things. And if you don't do that, you're playing suboptimally. You are just leaving effectively cards on the table.
And with something like Karuta, because using my experience of, say, fencing, right, that's something where I feel like it's similar to Karuta in that because you're working opposite someone and the movements of Karuta, what Chihaya is learning at this point is how to be really precise. And as a result of that, minor little alterations become very obvious and mean a lot, right, to someone who's paying attention.
Right.
The girl might not notice why suddenly Chihaya seems way more intimidating, and it's because, suddenly she shifted really close to the cards.
She leaned closer, yeah.
Right, and so then the difference in just arm length, size and everything is absolutely terrifying.
She's more
right?
distracting too.
Yeah, exactly,
in your
right.
field of vision dwarfing.
Right, and so then that's something where it's also kind of good for Chihaya, because then she's able to see, right, that's how easy it is to beat someone whose only trick is speed, right? Because there were, even after she started using her speed, there were those times where she realized that this card specifically, this call out wouldn't help with her speed. She held back, and then her opponent made a fault, right? And because of that, it's like, all right, cool. She might have won without that, but with that, it wasn't close.
No.
Like, she stomped her opponent.
Right. And, losing to the queen by 20 cards, that's brutal. Like,
Yeah. That's soul crushing.
That makes you look like a beginner. Losing by, around 10 or 8 cards maybe, like that's
a stomp, but they didn't break your back.
Right, but it's still, like you're saying, it's still a really strong victory, because in a solved equivalent game like Karuta, meaning that there's no really surprise mechanical things that you can introduce,
Right,
it's the human body.
It's like chess. There's no new moves in chess, really, right? Like,
no. Chess will constantly have new stuff being found in it, but I'm talking about the idea that, like, you're interacting with just the human body. Like,
oh, sure, right, because for the most part, the effects of what happens in the game at large isn't going to affect how you take a single card, right?
It's just how well you can hear it,
right?
How well you can respond to the hearing,
and
exactly. Maybe what the way you respond to the hearing.
Yeah, or like little bits of strategy of where you arrange your cards or whatever. But for the most part, it's just, and now do the thing again that you've done, 20 times this match of take a card,
Right. Yeah, I was meaning that in that AI right now is not just ahead of chess grandmasters, but chess grandmasters have zero chance to win against AI.
Oh, sure,
because of the level of which they can be basically brought into a line of moves and still end up basically being completely thrown out of the loop because they can't adjust to something that was planned 12, 16 moves ahead.
Sure, the kinds of things that and chess, not Karuta, but like the kinds of things that the grandmasters or whatever would probably do in the this is a game that's going to be taking place over multiple days or something. I will now study the board state, and come up with some plan, whereas the AI can just do that immediately. Yeah.
And in this episode, we did basically see the next evolution, if you will, for Chihaya to then apply and combine those things. But yeah, this was against an opponent that was more emotionally rattled by the momentum swing, which is fun because in some ways, though, that's just gonna go away with time.
Oh yeah.
So
she's gonna be a menace.
Say that she will be a menace, but it will probably take another year or 3 before she's at the I'm competing for the queen level.
Right. Exactly. And even if it takes 5 or 10, like
sure.
Fantastic. You're doing
you're still in the
wonderfully.
You're still in the point where your brain is capable of adding in and growing and changing and it's your mental elasticity is still really strong, at that age.
And as just a kind of a flip side to Chihaya's previous big match that we went in depth with like that, lucky me, right? This feels very relevant because it's one of those situations where she's able to be on the other side of where she has been. And while it might not seem like when you're, better at something than someone else that you'd actually learn from them, but, it's the teachers that learn the most, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
But, yeah. Okay.
All right.
Nishida's out.
Yep.
Pseudo's advanced around. Chihaya's advanced around.
Good luck.
I would love to see Pseudo with his head shaved. Although... it'd be really funny to have a main girl in an anime shave their head.
And it's why did you do that? Like, you're
Hi,
too brash.
And he's just like, Oh, hey, did you lose a bet against Pseudo?
Right, she's
yeah,
ju-
I did. Like, oh,
Nice hat, you know.
nice. Yeah. Nice hat. Yeah. Why do I assume that she wouldn't wear a hat? In my head, I'm like I'm seeing her bald and have like a buzz cut.
See, the real thing would be if the next time she meets the queen, and you know, since like she got under the queen's skin before because she took the 2 cards in a row, right? And queen sees her
like
you know, and just does the like almost the aqua like you know, just smirk.
No, and then Chihaya enjoys the breeze on her scalp so much because of how hot the rooms get. That she's like, wait, all I need now is a sweatband. And I'm overpowered now. I get a buff that none of these fools have.
I love it.
And then she starts the new meta of like, y'all need to shave your heads and wear sweatbands.
And it's actually, and then everybody starts doing it, and then she grows her hair back, and she's like, yeah, no, I just convinced you all to do that, but really it was because I lost a bet that I shouldn't have made in the first place.
Oh my god!
And then everyone is cursing Chihaya's name at the sky.
Yes.
That's how she gets her Karuta reputation.
Yep. She broke the entire league basically. Right. Oh, that'd be great. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You got an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.